Happy morning, children. Today, in our English class, we are going to learn a new story, The Girl Who Knew Everything. In the story, it's a theme of imagination. Imagination means what? What you think, what you imagine, what you dream. All those are your imaginations. What do you understand from this? Means some girl knows everything, right? So, the girl here in the story is Matilda. This story is written by Roald Dahl. He is the author of the story. He is a very well-known British novelist. This story is also a novel of Matilda. So, from that novel, they have extracted the story for you all. The author is a short story writer and a poet. He was born in United Kingdom. He was an expert pilot and flew fighter planes also. Many of his books have been made into films. He is known as one of the greatest storyteller for children. So, his most popular books are James and Jane Peach, Charlie and Chocolate Factory, Charlie and the Great Glass Elevator, and so on. Now, let us go into the story. Matilda is a 5-year-old child. But she has already read all the books in her local library. Means she read all the books in her local library. So, on the first day at the school, Matilda's teacher, Jennifer Honey, is amazed to see how the little girl can add up big numbers faster than a computer. Computer will add faster, right? By doing yourself is little slower only. In the computer or calculator we can do it fast, but this girl Matilda does faster than the computer, it seems. So the teacher got surprised on her. She wants to find out more from the little girl. So Matilda has a surprise. She got some surprise for her teacher too. Let's see what the surprise and what her teacher did to Matilda. In the story, on the first day of the class, this teacher, Miss Honey, want to ask questions to Matilda, want to know how her intelligence is. So at this point, Miss Honey could not resist the temptation of exploring. Resist the temptation of exploring means cannot stop herself from finding out more from Matilda. That is what the meaning. Still further mind of this astonishing child. Astonishing means surprising. Surprising child. She knew that she ought to be paying some attention to the rest of the class, but she was altogether too excited to let the matter rest. So now what the teacher is doing? Now she want to ask some questions to the students. Well, she said, pretending to address the whole class, let us leave some for the moment and see if any of you who begin to learn to spell. Means she asking to spell some words. Hands up anyone who can spell cat. The ma'am was asking, the teacher was asking, who can spell cat? Three of the students were raised their hands. The names are Lavender, Nigel, Matilda. These three were raised their hands. That the ma'am was telling, spell cat, Nigel. Nigel spelled it. Miss Honey now decided to ask a question that normally she would not have dreamed of asking in her first class. So, I wondered, she said. Why she wondered? Because these children were telling the answers so quickly. So, the Miss Honey was wondered whether she's telling, I wonder whether any one of you or in these three, any one of you who know how to spell cat have learned how to read a whole group of words, means a sentence. She's asking whether These three can read a sentence, full sentence, joint sentence. Here they have mentioned strung together in a sentence. Strung together in a sentence means joined sentence, joined together in a sentence. For that, Nigel said, I have. She have read it, she said. So have I. Lavender said, so have I. Miss Honey went back to the blackboard and wrote with her white chalk the sentence. What the sentence she wrote? I have already begun to learn how to read long sentences. She had purposely made it difficult. Why she purposely made it difficult? She want to know whether Matilda can read the sentence. She knew that there were precious few 5-year-olds around who would be able to read this sentence. Can you tell me what that says, Nigel? The teacher asked. That's too hard. Nigel replied to the teacher. Lavender, can you? She asked. For that, Lavender said, the first word is I, ma'am. She's replied. Can any one of the other can read the sentence? But Miss Honey was waiting. Why she's waiting? She wanted Matilda to answer. So she was waiting. For that, did Matilda answer? Yes, Matilda said yes to her. For that, Miss Honey said, go ahead, Matilda. Matilda read the sentence without any hesitation. Without any hesitation means confidently. Confidently she read the sentence. That really is very good indeed, she replied. Who replied? Ma'am replied. The teacher replied that really is very good indeed. Why she said like that? Making the understand of her life, she said like that. Meaning, not being able to praise Matilda enough. She don't want to praise more. So, she told, that's good. That's good indeed. She told like that. How much can you read, Matilda? She asked. For that, Matilda said, I think I can read most of the things. Most of the things I can read, but for most of the things, only little I know the meaning, she said. She replied, although I am afraid I can't always understand the meanings. This is the meaning. So, what Matilda said? For everything I read, I don't know all the meanings of it, she said. She is just a 5.5-year-old child. So, she could not able to understand all the meaning of the words. Is it so, children? Yes, honey. Miss Honey got to her feet and walked smartly out of the room. Why she smartly got out of the room? To bring a thick book and randomly opened in front of Matilda and asked her to read that book. Matilda's desk. This book was humorously poetry. Humorous poetry means a funny poem. She wanted to read a funny poem. She said, see if you can read that one aloud. Her teacher told Matilda to read aloud. Smoothly, without a pause and at a nice speed, Matilda began to read. An epicure dining at Crewe found a rather large mouse in a stew. Cried the waiter, don't shout and wave it about, or the rest will be waiting one too. She read this very nicely. Several children saw the funny side of the rhyme and laughed. Miss Honey said, do you know what an epicure is, Matilda? Her teacher asked. For that, Matilda replied, it is someone who is dainting with his eating. Matilda replied, dainting with his eating. Dainting with his eating means fond of good food. Someone is very fond of good food, she replied. So children, I hope you all understood till here. Right? So children, the remaining story we'll see it in our next class. Okay children? Thank you.